Okay, so, well, I come here to talk about a school where a Go program has been implemented as a curricular subject. So, well, first I will tell you about the profile of this school, that I think that it's very important because this school is focused on art. The principal is a PhD, Marcela Cepeda Saleta. She's the principal, and well, this is like the school is like her philosophy and her idea, because she wanted to do a school where the children could develop the whole skills or the whole aspects that humans beings have. And so far that would be mind, body, spirit, and emotion, and also work with as ecological sustainability because of the problems that we are facing, well, you know, nowadays. So the subjects that this school has, it's for example music, dance, theater, painting, yoga, meditation, and recently, and about 4 years or 5 years ago, we implemented Go. And well, the thing is to know why are these activities taught as subjects, and this is because well, we think that it is very important that the children can express and can you know, develop all these whole aspects through many activities. You cannot do it just by doing music. Maybe if you play an instrument, you cannot practice, for example, mind skills or math abilities. So that's why we need to work in many activities so that children can develop these aspects of human beings. So here at this point I want to talk about the four arts that we know that in ancient, well, China, and I think that all the Eastern countries have a special love and a special value for four activities that they call the four arts. This was painting, music, calligraphy, that has to be with literature, with language, and Go. So if, I don't have the date, or I don't know when does it, for example, I don't know how long does it has been. I don't know, maybe how many years. The four arts, it was mentioned. 16th century. Yeah. So in that time, they knew that these activities were really valuable for people. So why the question is why don't we do it the same at nowadays? We need to do it in the same way. We need to take that ideology of the four arts for education, because this will make people more human and maybe more aware of not just themselves but all the problems that are in our surroundings. So this is why in our school we want to, with the implementation of Go, now we are taking this idea of the four arts to teach to the children. And well, Go, as our bodies here have tell us, has many characteristics, many skills that can be worked. But I think that with children there is a special one that is, well, yes, they will if they play Go, they will develop skills in the mind and in behavior. But I wanna tell you about these ideas. Basically, there are two ideas that we want to teach to children, and that is, well, there is a paradigm of Go that you don't need to destroy the other. Go is a game of building, as Roy told us and in the presentation. So how can a children see that when he's playing? And sometimes we explain that with the example of just a simple game of two players of equal strength, let's say. So when they finish the game, there's a difference between them. But even if there's a winner and there's a loser, you don't need to destroy the other or to sweep him off the map. You need to tolerate his existence in the same place that yours. So I think this is very important to teach the children, because nowadays, as civilization, as humans, we're facing problems like the pollution of Earth, and I think that now there are many things that are being doing to how can I say, to struggle this, to
There are things you're struggling with.
yeah, I mean to not to continue doing that. I mean, not to continue polluting, not to continue with violence, and many problems that we have. And I think that Go can teach the kids how to like come up with that. And there's another thing that it's important, and I think that this has to be with the presentation of Roy when you talk about the two sides of the brain, the two hemispheres. Yeah, we compare the Go board also with painting, in the sense that you can work the left hemisphere, that is like something like the intuition, symbolic, because when you start a game, the board is like empty, and you start like building. So this is the same like in painting. There you have a canvas, an empty canvas, and you start painting. And sometimes you do it like visually. Sometimes you need to use like more the rational hemisphere to think about the rules, the logic, but you also use like intuition. And I think that's why Go is a very powerful tool in a visual aspect. And this is very important for kids also, because they just have fun, they play, and they don't realize that they are working well, that their brain is like making all these connections, working like this. And that's why we think that Go has to be or has the potential to be a subject for a curricular program in schools. We love and we like the after schools programs, and actually we promote it in Mexico. But when you talk about education and all the problems that we're facing, Go comes like a really, really, really important tool to teach, and so that the children can live, not just teaching by talking, so that they can live on the board with their opponent these ideas of respect and of harmony. So I think that well, we would like to promote Go as a subject in other schools, and we know that if you go to, for example, a public schools or well, in Mexico it's like the public office for schools, and I think that in almost all countries they won't hear to you, or they won't be interested. As Roy said, chess until when was that when you told that about chess, and that they implemented Go in schools in chess?
Chess in the schools.
Chess in the schools.
It's been like 10 or 15 years at least.
10
I'm
or
not
15
sure
years.
exactly, yeah.
And I think that chess has been working, or researchers have been working more in chess, and it's just like recent. So with Go, I think we need to find special schools, or I mean like certain schools with certain profiles, because I know, or we have many contacts of schools that they are starting to see the benefits of doing like these integral activities. They call this like holistic schools, holistic philosophy. So in those schools and in those, those like philosophies, Go fits very well because of all of this that we're talking. Because it's respect to yourself, respect to the opponent, respect to the surrounding. So I think that we have many chances of promoting schools like the one like the one that I work, because they are like open-minded to new activities, like in this case would be Go. So yeah, for public schools, maybe the thing will be like going and showing like the benefits of Go, but they are able to accept like after schools programs. But there are certain schools where we can go and promote Go as a subject. So I think that's really important. And well, just like a general overview of how do we work. Well, we have 2 hours per group a week, and each group from 1st grade to 6th grade has these 2 hours of Go a week. And also we have an after-school program for children that want to go deeper. We have that program. We do tournaments, internal tournaments, and sometimes we invite other children of other schools. But we do like special remarks on respect, on cooperation, because sometimes kids they give importance to winning or to losing, but sometimes even if it's a tournament, there's a space for teaching, or if I don't know, maybe the opponent of a kid made a bad move, there's chance for him to tell him, well, this move is bad because, explain him and maybe let him play in another place. So sometimes these tournaments are like teaching tournaments, and we work also with level up books. These books are like, this is going like more on technique aspect of Go. We work with level up books provided by Paluktopia. This is a publishing company from Korea. So this is our, let's say, our standard books for technique, no? to study technique. And we also have community programs, and well, here it comes, the programs in our community in Mexico and with overseas. I mean, for the first contact that we had for a community program was with Roxana, and well, we will talk about that. It's the Go Cultural Ambassador Program, and well, that's like the general overview of how we work. And I will also write a paper so that you can read it if you are interested about it. But the point is that in education, there's a room for Go to be a subject, not just an after-school program, not just a leisure game. It has the potential to be an education activity as important as any other activity that could be math, academics, I don't know. So that's the point, and we hope that if you know another schools, we can, like make networks or promote it, as I said, as a curricular subject in schools. So that will be it. I don't know if there's any questions or comments.
So let's talk about the.
Well, it does.
Hi, this is a comment. I just wanted to add something to what Siddhartha was explaining in terms of the sort of the humanitarian ethics of the game of Go and the process that we've undergone. When Sid was teaching us Go over Skype at the Academy of Americas, and we were developing the program, it went from a small pilot to an elective, so it is actually part of the curriculum right now for middle schoolers. One of the things that we noticed, because the teacher was learning as well, and the teacher was not of our culture and had not sort of gone in to go with the same mind frame, the same expectations. He was someone who was very used to competitive sports, and that's the mind frame that he had when he went into go. That's the way he was teaching it, and that's what we were noticing in terms of how the children reacted towards each other. So Sid and I communicated about this, and he sent a wonderful email that was depersonalized about his own experiences in struggling with how to help children learn from each other and become each other's teachers rather than trying to cross each other off the face of the map, as you said. And what was great about Mark Duffy, who you met today on our PowerPoint, was he's a very open-minded person who really wants to create some fantastic changes in the school. And we started talking about how do we teach? How do we use Hikaru, for example, to teach these children how to learn from each other in a more humanitarian way? And it worked so well that these children were able to go to the Parents Association and talk to them about linking stones similar to linking human beings to each other, as opposed to being a stone by themselves. And they ended the conference with the parents by saying, when we hold hands, we are stronger. And so they all held hands and raised them in the air. Yeah, okay. And so essentially what became an elective for children was now spread to the whole Parents Association to move this philosophy of go beyond into the community.
Nice. Thank you, Roxana.
Okay, so now Laura needs to